name is called, I was stationed at the submarine barracks. And we were up there on the top of the barracks playing pinochle. That's the Sunday movie. We had to play up there because if they caught us, we'd been gone to hell. We were supposed to be in church. We managed to get out, and they handed 30 rifles to shoot at them. And everybody's shooting at the things, and they were flying over all of us. One of the planes went down just over by where we was going. And everybody says, I got him, I got him. Oh, what a laugh that was. But no, they got a hold of me and says, you get the bake shop, they want you right now. So I went to the bake shop, and that was it. Thank you.
You have to hand it to the people that can get into their uniform.
Yeah. Well,
I just want to know how many people here have ever gone to Pearl Harbor. I went there for the first time last year. The U.S. Navy sent my dad. He was the 12 men that served a career as an enlisted man. He also was chosen by the president to do the World War II monument 4 years ago. So I just want to remind all these little ones here and the parents and the wives of these guys here, my hat is off to you. When I went to Pearl last year, it was magnificent. It is one place in the United States that we can visit and see where these men took place to save our country. And I hope that the generations keep on passing it down to these little ones. Okay? Thanks.
Amen.
Okay.
Thank you. My name is E.J. Kohler, U.S. Navy, Aerial Patrol Squadron BP-23 on the harbor inlet end of Fort Island in the center of Pearl Harbor. I had the 0800 to 1200 hangar watch that morning, and I'm sorry to say that happened on my watch, but it wasn't my fault. Anyway, the first realization that I had was something was different as I heard this airplane in what I knew was a power dive, and the next thing I knew there was this humongous roar. The hangar wall and windows behind me came in, showered me with glass, and drove me into the desk at which I was sitting. I hadn't yet assumed my watch position. I ran out. I thought one of our air crews were coming back. The carriers had left a few days before, and I thought they were coming back in. But when I went out the hangar door, another one was coming down, and as I looked up at him, I saw these flashing lights, and I thought, and a bomb hanging underneath him, and I thought it's funny that they would come back into port armed like that. I later realized that those flashes of fire and the funny sounds I was hearing was machine gun firing, the muzzle blast of machine guns, and those bullets striking the hangar and the apron around me. About that same time, he released his bomb, and it looked like if I would have stood there, I could have caught it. But I got out of there quickly, went back in the hangar looking for a firearm or something to do what best I could. The duty officer was directing everybody into a ditch behind the hangar. We went there, but only for a moment. The duty ordnanceman and myself and a few other guys rushed back to the ammo shack, got machine guns and ammunition, and I spent the balance of that morning firing a 50 caliber machine gun at each and every enemy aircraft that come within my range of fire. Some may be even beyond my range of fire, but I did so with full and complete intent to kill. I don't know that I did, but I did the best I could that morning. I'd like to make a suggestion to you too, the rest and everybody here, that my fellow survivors and I have stood before you tonight as a living reminder of those 2,300 some odd people who for the past 46 years, because of that event, have not been able to stand for themselves. And I think we need to realize that one of the main purposes of this ceremony held here and that light up above on top of this building is our way of trying to bring well-deserved honor and remembrance to all of those people. We, my fellow survivors and I, have had 67 years of the best of life that we could make it. They didn't get to have that. They deserve our honor. They deserve our remembrance. To me, this meeting, this building, and that beacon has always been a ship of hope. And that it is through this meeting and through that beacon that we hope that we can get everybody to go out sometime between sunset this evening and sunrise in the morning. Find yourself a vantage point where you can see the top of the mountain. When you see that beacon rotating, take a moment, stand in silence, and honor and remember all of our shipmates who did not survive that morning. If we can do that, if we can leave the top of this mountain knowing that you will do that, that will give extra meaning and extra purpose to our survival. Thank you.
The survivors are deeply grateful to the co-sponsorship of this event by the organization Save Mount Diablo. Here is the Executive Director of Save Mount Diablo, Mr. Ron Brown.